What's up, universe? I'm Julie and welcome back to our channel. Today I have a list of 20 thoughtful, useful, and interesting kitchen tools that I think any home cook would like. And I think that these would be great gifts or even gift to yourself. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. First off, let me just say I'm sorry if my voice is nasally and distracting, but I'm fighting off a cold right now and it's really hard to talk, but I wanted to get this video out for you and this list out for you. I also want to say that I own some of these items, but most of them I don't. But I found them on Amazon and I thought that these would be great items that I would actually like to receive as a gift myself or gift to other people. So with that in mind, let's start with number one. The first item is a snap-on strainer. Okay, so this could be kind of considered like, I don't know, like the lazy way of straining something, like if you're making a pot of pasta or something. And I know that I've done this where I didn't want to dump it into a colander. And so then I just poured it out and I'm like hoping that the pasta won't fall out with it. But it's like a space saver. It's not really hard to do. You just snap it onto the edge of your pot and you strain it out easily. Also, this I think would be great when you snap it onto the side of a pan. So if you're draining out fat, like if you're cooking some ground beef and you want to drain out fat, same thing with bacon, this is a great one and I would hope someone would buy it for me. This next one is a set of 4 food huggers. And at first I was like, this is kind of dumb because like you could just use, saran wrap or whatever to save up little bibbity bobs. But recently I've been finding myself just needing like half of an avocado, half an onion, half a lemon, and then not knowing what to do with the rest. So I just wrap it up and then save it, throw it in a Ziploc bag. But this is just a nice, like eco-friendly way to not have to worry about all that saran wrap. It's reusable, it's silicone so things don't stick, so it's easy to wash. It stretches over things, so then you could use it to put directly over your cut piece of fruit or vegetable that you haven't used and throw it in your fridge. And then you're more likely to use it because you can clearly see it. They're bright colors, they nest inside of each other, and plus the price is pretty affordable, so I feel like it would be a great stocking stuffer. This stainless steel bar is another one of those items I thought was gimmicky at first, but after reading the reviews, I noticed that a lot of people say that it works well. And I actually do this trick myself where if I'm peeling a lot of garlic, I'll just try to rub my fingers against a stainless steel spoon or something like that just to get the odors off of them. But this is kind of a fun, kitschy way to have it just right there on your counter. And then you can just rub it and it should get rid of those odors. So I think this would make a nice hostess gift as well if you're going to someone's house who's hosting a lot. Again, another stocking stuffer, pretty affordable, so I think that's a win. Okay, this is by far my favorite item. This is my Hedley and Bennett apron. I wear it in pretty much a lot of my videos. There's so many different colors and patterns, but they all have that like signature look to them. Actually, we gifted this to our friend who uses it in a professional setting and says that it stands up really well to all the stains and washes. I've been following Hedley and Bennett on Instagram forever. So some of the styles that you can find on Amazon, but others you can just go to their website and look, but I just stand by these. These aprons do come at a hefty price point. They are expensive, but I think that they hold up well and they're so cute. And I follow a lot of other chefs on Instagram who wear the same aprons, so I feel like we're all in this little secret club. And if you wanted to know the brand of my apron, that's what it is. The next item are these Kyocera ceramic knives. And you know that I've enjoyed this brand and the ceramic knife forever. If you've been following me since the beginning, when we were just bloggers back in the day, starting from like 2010, I've been using this old guy. See, this is my Santoku. And it's getting a little bit yellow, but I mean, it's my trusty tried and true. I have never even replaced it, and it stays razor sharp. I did send it away for free sharpening one time in all the years that I've had this, and this is probably going like 10 years strong. Yeah, I recently just got this pack when it was, I believe, Amazon Prime Day. And this one is a chef's knife, so it's larger than the kind that I have. And then it comes with a little serrated tomato knife and then a paring knife. But yeah, I'm excited to use this in our upcoming videos. Oh my gosh, it is so sharp. So the one thing about ceramic knives is that they are fragile. So like obviously if you drop them from a high place, they will break. So you just gotta be careful about it. but mine has been holding up with some even tough jobs, like I said, for over 10 years. And I think this would be a great thoughtful gift because they look so beautiful, and it's not something that you might necessarily buy for yourself. So they tend to go on sale at different times. So again, I found these on Amazon Prime Day, but in general, I think they're at a great price point, especially for this set of 3. The next item would be perfect for someone who uses their Instant Pot a lot, slow cooker a lot, or even grills, because these are called bear paws, or they're like meat claws. So there's different brands. I think bear paws is the original, and they're supposed to be sturdy fork-like things that you just use to easily shred your pulled pork, your roast, your braised beef, anything that you need if you want to make tacos. And it's just easier than using 2 little forks or your hands to shred it up. I bet you could use it for rotisserie chicken, but I think they're just so cool because they're very like Wolverine looking too, and I could see any guy liking this as a gift, and it makes me want to gift them to my cousin who grills a lot. I don't own these, but I'm thinking of getting them because at the time that I'm seeing this, it is on sale. So it's kind of hard filming this because whenever I see these items on sale, it makes me feel like I need to go and buy everything. My next item is cast iron accessories. This one is a silicone handle. This happens to be from Lodge brand. I just recently got this and I find it to be so useful. I didn't have it for the longest time, but it's great to just put on the end of your cast iron pan because, as you know, as a cast iron pan heats up, the entire thing heats up, including the handle. And oftentimes I'll forget and just accidentally grab it, or because a cast iron skillet can easily be placed on the table for serving, you want your guests to be warned and watch out from burning themselves too. So this is a great thing. You don't want to cook with this in the oven. You just want to put it on after it comes out of the oven. But it is silicone, easily slips on with these grips, and it's washable. And it's such a little thing, but I think that it's so thoughtful. So if you wanted to give someone a cast iron pan with this handle, I think that's a great idea. Another accessory that I want to buy, but I haven't purchased yet, is a lid for the cast iron pan. It's made out of tempered glass, it's durable, it fits the size of like a 12-inch skillet. And you know, there are times where you have recipes that would be better if it was kind of like braised or steamed, and that would only happen with a lid to help trap that steam. But I don't have one, but that's on my own list of wanted items, and so that's something that I think I might invest in the future. My next item is a funny little thing, is this guy. This is a chainmail scrubber for the cast iron pan. Do you see a theme here? I love my cast iron. There's a lot of brands out there, but this one, Nap Made, is one that actually was reviewed on America's Test Kitchen as one of the better ones. So I decided to go with that one. There's different sizes, and I believe this is the small size so that the chain loops are tinier than the original. And they have different kinds. Even Lodge brand makes ones where it's kind of like wrapped around a sponge type of thing. So it's more like you can hold it like that. But I find that this works just as well, and you just use this to scrub the caked on hard stuff on your cast iron. For instance, like messes like this. This is my skillet mac and cheese recipe that I'm testing that might come out soon. So you would just run this under water, and you know that cast irons you can't wash with soap. And so this I find that is very helpful for tough jobs. So again, if you want to be an extra generous friend, you can always buy someone a cast iron, the handle, the lid, and the little scrubber, chainmail scrubber. But I decided to categorize this as its own thing because as little as it is, it's not that cheap. I say for this thing, but it works well. I've been using it, and so I can vouch for this. The next item is called a spoon, and it just cracks me up because it just reminds me of my parents saying spoon with the Korean accent. But it's called a spoon, and it's a silicone sit-up scraping spoon. You know that I love silicone utensils, especially because I use non-stick and it doesn't scratch up the surfaces. This one is supposed to sit up by itself without, having to touch a dirty surface. But then it also has the benefit of like a measuring spoon inside. So like if you wanted to not pull out extra measuring spoons while you're cooking, you can just pour directly into it. You could also lay it down on the counter and just use it hands-free. So if you want to pour something in there hands-free without like shaking and worrying while you're cooking. It also works as a spatula, a scraper. It's flexible because it's silicone, it's heat resistant. And I think it's a great price for what it is, for being like kind of one of those versatile utensils. And I wouldn't mind having one in my kitchen too, and maybe I'll get one day and you'll see me using a spoon around in our videos as well. If you're really into cooking low carb or doing zoodles, like, the zucchini noodles, you definitely need a spiralizer. And this one is a 5-blade spiralizer, so it has different types of blades that you can use for different kinds of cuts. You definitely need the hand cranking kind. Don't really rely on the ones that you just stick the zucchini on there and you just like twist by hand, because it's not gonna work that well. Definitely if you're doing like keto or low carb, or you're just trying to eat healthier for the new year, if you want an alternative to noodles, then definitely invest in a spiralizer. Okay, I added this next one on my list because I was recently questioned if I had a culinary torch, and I didn't. And I was like, you know what? It kind of would be helpful if I had one. I used to think that you didn't need a culinary torch unless you were making a lot of creme brulee, but you can also use it for any kind of browning. Like for instance, if you want to do French onion soup and brown and melt the tops of the cheese without using the broiler, and also makes it more even. Or you could toast breadcrumbs. Like I've made mac and cheese, but I found that the breadcrumbs didn't toast as well, so that'd be like a nice finishing touch. Use it for toasting or browning meringues. And the one that I found is actually pretty affordable. You do have to buy the butane separately, but this is pretty inexpensive, and I think just a very thoughtful gift. My next item is a pizza cutter, but I feel like it's not like a normal pizza cutter. This one promises to be super sharp, and it has a blade guard, and it's a little round shape, so that you have a better grip on it, so that you can just easily run through your pizzas, your flatbreads, even like dough. If I was making like a lattice crust and I need to do a lot of cutting with the dough, I feel like that'd be easier to control. And because it's so cute and small, I think that anyone would like it, because even if they already own a pizza cutter, this is like a different one. It's a new style. It's a space saver in your drawer. You don't have to fumble around with it. And because it has a blade guard, you don't have to worry about cutting yourself while you reach into your drawer. Yeah, so then you're gonna see a lot of pizza themed stuff coming up next. Next is a pizza stone. And believe it or not, I don't own a pizza stone yet. And even though I make pizzas, that's why I do little dupes. Like I use my cast iron skillet pizza, so I use a cast iron. And yes, you can do that, or you can use like an inverted baking sheet if you wanted to, but there's nothing quite like an actual pizza stone. And this one happens to be one that's recommended again from America's Test Kitchen. I personally just put it in my shopping cart because at the time I'm filming this, it happens to be on sale. And so I was like so excited. I've been tracking it for a while. You'll see a lot of mixed reviews, but I think most of all, you have to just know how to take care of it well. And it's made out of this material, which I hope I can pronounce. It's like corduroy or corduroy. And that's supposed to have good even heat retention and be more durable and not so prone to cracking, because a lot of pizza stones can crack. And this happens to be a rectangular shape, which I know that a lot of pizza stones are round shape, but the rectangular shape gives you a little bit more wiggle room, so you don't have to put your pizza on there exactly in the right spot. And also it allows you to make different oblong shapes. So pizza stone is not necessary, but it's definitely a bonus to have. But along that lines, my next item is a pizza peel. This one happens to be from the same company as the pizza stone. I don't know, I just found it because of the reviews on Amazon, and I kind of like that it is this kind of aluminum pizza peel as opposed to the wooden panels. I'm thinking that if it was aluminum, it would be also good to use when you're outside on the grill without worrying about the durability of it. And I think the aluminum would make it so it's kind of thinner, so that if you really need to scrape under the dough or pick it up and maneuver easier, then I think that it would be better. So this might seem a little bit bougie to have lying around your house, like having a pizza peel, but I could see some people really appreciating it. And if someone was thoughtful enough to gift it to me, then I would truly appreciate it too. I've been wanting an electric tea kettle for the longest time, and I used to have one, but it got all rusty and like, I don't know, like it was not see-through. I like that this one is glass, and there's a couple of varieties of them out there on Amazon. This one had a lot of good ratings, high star, and the price point is, I would say, like average. And oh man, at the time of this, it's on sale too. I'm telling you, every single thing that I'm recommending for me right now at this time happens to be on sale, even for like a couple of bucks to like even up to 10 bucks. And maybe it's because it's like around Christmas time that I'm filming this, but it's making me want to buy this too. And yeah, and it's made with glass that's a little bit durable, and because it has a wide mouth, it's easy to clean. I find that I spend too much time boiling water in a pot for other like everyday tasks, and so especially in the winter time, I think this would be a great gift. I found this 3-pack of silicone donut baking pans, and I think it's a great deal for this price because there are the normal Wilton brand kind that are just made out of like the steel or the aluminum, but this is flexible. It comes with 3 pans, and because they're silicone, they can even roll up and space save. You can crunch them together. They obviously release the donuts easily, and they're easy to clean. And they come in fun colors, and I don't own any donut baking pans at all, but there's so many times where I feel like, oh man, I wish I could just have one for birthday parties, for baby showers, or even if I had this, I feel like I could make like a cake out of donuts, and that'd be a cute little presentation for people's birthdays. And especially because I have a toddler, I think my mind is more towards like, oh, that'd be fun for Lincoln. So even though I've been wanting a donut baking pan for a really long time, I feel like I might take the plunge this year because I feel like anything would be good in here, not necessarily a donut recipe itself, but even like my banana bread recipe. And I feel like even for Christmas time, it'd be so cute because couldn't you see decorating them in these little wreath shapes? Wouldn't that be so cute? The next 3 items are a little fun and whimsical, and I'm kind of a kid at heart. So I like this little Loch Ness monster ladle. This is completely unnecessary. It's just pure fun, but it would be such a great hostess gift, or even like a wedding gift or something fun for a new couple. It's this little ladle with tiny legs that stand up by itself. It's made out of 100% nylon and is food safe. It's dishwasher safe, and so you can just keep it in the bottom of your pot. So like if you're pouring out soup and you just wanted to keep there in the pot, it'll stand up and its little head and neck will stick out of the pot. It's so cute. You could also use it if you're making like mulled cider around the fall and winter time and you just want guests to self-serve. Just keep the little Loch Ness monster in the pot. And I feel like it's a conversation starter, and it does stand up by itself for that reason, so you don't have to lean it against the pot or worry about it sliding into the pot. Comes in different colors. I think I'm partial to the green one, but yeah, someone want to get this for me? This next one I like really want to get for myself. They're bare hand oven mitts. I could see myself pulling them out anytime I'm hosting and having them be a conversation starter as well. They come in 2 different kinds. There's the brown bear, which is classic, and then there's also the polar bear, and I can't decide which one I want. I think I definitely will get at least 1 pair for myself. Let me know in the comments which one I should get, brown bear or polar bear. And don't you think this would be such a great hostess gift? Just someone who has a sense of humor in the kitchen, or even a beginner chef who's just getting started in the kitchen, you want them to get excited. I don't know how well or efficiently they work. I think that according to the reviews, they are more than decorative. They do work because the little pads provide protection, and you just want to be careful because the rest of the mitt, it looks like a little bit more like terry cloth or something. But I think they're great for pictures and great just to have hanging up on your refrigerator somewhere. And yeah, I think anyone who has a sense of humor, girl or guy, would love these. This next item, you guys are gonna laugh, but I really want it for myself, and it's not even because I have a kid, it's because I want it for myself. These are Dinosaur Taco holders. So they're shaped like dinosaurs, and they hold, I think, about 2 tacos. They can be used for different things. Like in the picture, you see them holding like waffles, sandwiches, all these variety of things. But it's just a fun way to present the food because it stands up by itself. So there's the Tacosaurus Rex, which I think is the classic, and the Kyocera taco. But the coolest one also is the Nachosaurus. I don't know, I just love these names, and it's good for like chips and dip. You can just put it like on your charcuterie board for something fun. You could use them to hold nuts and fruits and whatever else you want. But I think especially for tacos, because we all have that problem, right, with holding tacos. So instead of getting one of those like standard, maybe boring ones that just look like this, I think this is a fun way to gift someone, especially again, if they have a sense of humor, or a newlywed couple, anyone with kids, singles, college students, you name it. My last item is a silicone multi-kitchen utensil rest. And it's made out of silicone so that it's easy to clean and it's okay near high heat. But I was like, this is such a genius idea because I just have a normal spoon rest, but I find myself fumbling around with putting multiple utensils on it at the same time. It gets all dirty and contaminated against each other. And also even with silicone tongs, it kind of just splays out. This also promises to hold your spring-loaded tongs in place. You can put different utensils in it, and even though it's small, according to the reviews, people say it's enough. And I think that it's great because sometimes I forget to wash my spoon rest right away too. It gets all caked on. This, they say, the food slips off easily, even day-old splatters. And yeah, I just think it's a space saver too, because you can shove it in the corner of your drawer because it's soft. I think that anyone could benefit from this, because if you already even have a spoon rest, this is another one to just put out in addition, especially on big, heavy holiday cooking days. All of the links you can find down below in the description box. And although this video is not sponsored, we are using affiliate links. So if you want to help show us some support, then you can just go through our links mentioned down below so that we can get a little percentage of whatever I mentioned to no additional cost to you. And that will help us to feed back into this channel and invest in it some more to bring you more content like this. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. What was your favorite item that I listed down? Or do you already own one of these items? Don't you think these would be great gifts even to yourself? Remember to push that subscribe button and hit that bell so that you receive notifications for any time we post a video like this one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!